Hello and welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with your friends and get your game goodness each and every Monday. My name's Don Blight, and joining me on the couch this week, A.H. Hobley.
Yep. Excited to be here.
I don't know if your middle name starts with H, but it'd be good if it was.
No, my middle name's Thomas.
Yeah, that's shit. Oh, that means your name's actually at Hobley.
Yeah.
You've kept this cool bit of knowledge about you a secret for a while.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, well, whose fault's that? You know,
Too old.
At Hobley, you know, just got the full name. See, I got DJ.
Yeah. DJ Blight.
Yeah. So I was like, if I ever become a disc jockey, you know, that's what DJ stands for, by the way. Disc jockey. This week on the show, we have some video game showcases. Battlefield got multiplayer reveal. Touch on PAX a little bit because that is less than 10 weeks away now. That's
crazy.
Yeah. Hold on. Have you booked flights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you did them so early after last year's kerfuffle. Yeah.
After last year's debacle, yes.
Yeah. Did you double? And this one's definitely not.
Yeah, it's direct.
Okay, very good. Yeah, love that for you. That's good. That's nice. I feel. Oh, actually, on that note, then I feel like if you booked your flights that early, I've booked our accommodation. I feel like this is the earliest you've ever been prepared for PAX.
Probably.
I don't think you've like. Usually, it gets to every year. I'm usually like it's around September, and you'll be like, better book my flights.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Last minute flights. They can be cheap too.
Yeah. Me and Kieran bet organise our accommodation the night before flights. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You guys stress me out.
No. The only thing I need to figure it out is I'm going to the airport. That's it.
Uber?
I'll probably just drive in, park.
How do you usually get there?
That's what I usually do. Yeah.
You drive in, park?
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
Long-term parking.
Yeah, how much does it cost?
Maybe $100.
For a couple of days?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think last time, well, usually I go a bit longer, but I think it cost me about 100 and something. I think it cost me 120 last year, long-term parking. Which, you got to do what you got to do, you know? I know you could.
It all depends on how close to the airport you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's like a terminal right next to the airport. It's more expensive, or you can get like one that's far away and you catch a shuttle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've just got an airport, man. I don't know what to all right, there's two showcases that happened this week. Did you watch both, or at least some of the trailers?
I watched the important one, the Nintendo one.
See, you may be shocked to find, given my take early, the one we're going to talk about first, THQ Nordic's one, I think was better than the Nintendo one.
Whoa.
I have no idea if that's a hot take or not. I'm not sure what the internet's decided on this.
I don't know, but THQ is historically
pretty shit.
Yes, so
yeah, so I was shocked.
You could understand my apprehension of wanting to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I didn't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Were you insane? That not for THQ Nordic. not for THQ Nordic. I'm not getting at 5 a.m. I rolled out of bed at fucking quarter to 7 next day and watched it. What do we,
okay.
Get the hell out of here. All right, so they had a showcase. It was about, I don't know, it's about 20 minutes, I think, something like that. I will roll through the games here, bit information. So they started with SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide, because it's not a THQ Nordic Showcase if it doesn't have
SpongeBob
Bikini Bottom in some way or fashion.
Them trying to recapture them.
After years of remakes and stuff, or whatever they were doing over there, this is a new game, Titans of the Tide. It looks pretty cool. So I mean, the trailer had David Hasselhoff in it for some reason. I'm not sure if I'm missing a bit there. I probably am.
He showed up in the show, I'm pretty sure.
Has he? Okay, then he's just doing the same bit. I'm not, I'm not over here saying I know SpongeBob. Not a big part of my animated viewing watching. It's a 3D platformer, of course. The Flying Dutchman and King Neptune they begin fighting and basically cause a whole heap of havoc in the Bikini Bottom, and that includes like they get turned into like everyone's getting turned into ghosts or some shit, and then Patrick and SpongeBob in the trailer, you see they become like entwined into one person, so you can like switch between them while playing the game, and it looks like they have different abilities or powers or whatever. But I mean, I'll say like it looks like a modern 3D platformer, if that's it. Like I think it looks better than the previous ones because well, I think the last one wasn't a remake, the Patrick one, but I think most obviously the rest of them like remakes of PS2, PS3 games, whatever they work. So I think overall this looked better and it looked like it had a bigger variety of gameplay and stuff that made it at least look like a more modern game. So it's cool. Then we got Recreation, which is what I like to do. Never. It is this game's about cars. So this is a game in which it's you're driving and you're wrecking cars and you're racing cars and there's a lot of vehicular destruction. It's coming from Fields Entertainment. I believe. I feel like I should double check this because I'm talking out my ass if I'm wrong. Whatever. I'm just gonna say I'm pretty sure it's like a team that was built from like Burnout devs or something like that, which would make sense. Looks cool. It's a shot. You can build tracks, stuff like that. It looks like you're going very fast. And they have one shot early in the trailer where they like pan around a car and it's going super fast. I'm like, that looks pretty smooth. That looks like it's running at a high frame rate. I don't know, that doesn't look like it's running at shitty 30 frames per second. Good for them. Then we got Tied to Tomorrow. I'm keen for this game. Obviously, February 24th comes out. This trailer wasn't a lot new. It was the same trailer they played during the Game Awards? I can't remember. But it was the reveal trailer they did a couple of months back. This one just had some developer commentary over the top, talking about what we sort of already know, that it's everyone's dying in this world and you're playing these characters and it's that whole like other players' choices, you'll be able to see them and then you can follow them and maybe people fuck you or, like you follow someone to like, I don't know, it's an interactive game, works with the world. It's still kind of confusing. I feel like I need to like see it to fully understand what the hell we're on about here. The only thing they revealed at the end is a new location in the game where everyone that goes there and dances until they die, which I don't think is too different to real life for some people, So, Then we got Wreckfest 2, not to be confused with Recreation. They're two completely different games. Wreckfest 2 is currently in early access on PC. I think it has been for a little while now, but the trailer basically announced that it is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS as well. Then we got Sacred 2 Remaster. Now, I will note, and I know here, when we got to this stage, I was like, here we go. Now we go back to the THQ Nordic Showcase shenanigans, which is 25 million remakes and remasters of older IP they purchased for millions of dollars. Not really. I feel like this showcase only had a couple. So, I feel like maybe that's why I liked it, because in the past it was just remaster, remake, master, blah, 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 blah. This looks fine though. I mean, I'm aware of Sacred as a franchise. Never played it. It's a like isometric action RPG. I know people like it. Good for them. Then we got the Eternal Life of Goldman, which is one of the best video game trailers of the year. And it's probably why this has jumped up. This showcase in general jumped up for me. This trailer, you need to watch it in full after we finish recording, because you need to watch it with headphones. You need to watch it from start to finish to experience the wild experience that is this game, which the trailer starts. And to be honest, when it started, like, what's going on here? And then you get like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds in, you're like, oh yeah, it's a side-scrolling platformer. Like, it looks pretty, like nice backgrounds. You're playing as an old man. What's going on? But it's the voiceover that makes it. The voiceover is like this woman talking about this guy she met and everything like that. And it starts all nice. And as the trailer progresses, and by the time you reach the end of it, it goes like full dark. I don't know who did the performance of this woman in the background, but by the end of the trailer, she's just yelling and like going off and don't you listen to it. Like, it does not match the tone at all. And oddly, as even the game, which when the trailer starts, I'm like, yeah, this looks fine. Like, it doesn't look like too crazy. I was like, whatever. But then as the trailer progresses further in, much like my intrigue picked up with the voiceover, I was also like, oh, these environments are a lot more interesting. And now we're seeing some like hardcore platforming. Now we're seeing some like a little bit like, it's like the trailer was, yeah. So I really enjoyed this trailer, and I would suggest people check it out. So don't know where that game came from out of nowhere, but
from memory, it was a Nintendo Direct.
was it? I can't
Maybe
remember.
even in the Switch 2 Direct, it's like one of the best looking games in that. So, visually, just a really cool art style and that kind of thing that kind of stood out. So, I mean, I watched half the trailer, so I might have to rewatch like it in full. I heard the second half because I read your description about you going crazy, and yeah, I mean, looks pretty cool. Wish list it.
Yeah.
Done.
I haven't got a release date or anything. That's the sort of annoying thing, but
no.
But yeah, I mean, it looks very cool to me. I hope it turns out as interesting as it looks. Yeah. So, and I still don't know the context. Like the woman yelling in the background does not like they never reveal who that is and whatever. So.
No, it's either a scorned lover or a daughter or something like that would be my guess.
So you're playing as a dude who is searching for a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the treasure's more than just treasure, like eternal life. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, check that out. Then we got a trailer for Titan Quest 2. The game came out on the same day that the THQ Nordic Showcase was happening, which was on Saturday. Is that when it happened? Was it yesterday this happened?
Yep.
Yeah, yesterday. So, this came out in early access. Looks, again, another ARPG, like Diablo, Paths of Exile sort of thing. It looks cool. It looks good. I looked at the Steam initial reactions on Steam, and most people in the user reviews seem to be saying, yeah, like it's pretty good so far. Like I mean, obviously it's early access, so there's people like, I hope it gets this, but people are mildly positive on it, which is always good because the internet hates things usually. So. Then we got a trailer for a new game called The Guild Europa 1410, which I've not seen a trailer this heavy on live action integration into a trailer in quite some time. And to the point that I'm quite confused if it was they did this much just for the trailer or if it's actually going to be live action segments in the game, because there's a lot of it and they jump through different time periods and characters and all this. I mean, if it's just for a trailer,
it looks like it's just for the trailer based on the screenshots I'm looking at.
Yeah, well, they intercut
on the Steam page.
They intercut gameplay throughout the trailer and stuff, but I was still like, I've not seen a game, well, at least not trailer I've seen for a while. I can't remember the last time I saw a game trailer, and it used to be a thing. Like I feel like early 2000s doing live action, or even through to like 2010s, like live action to show your game, even though it won't be anything like that. It used to be quite a heavy thing, but it's a sim game in which you're like basically making choices. It pops up at some stage in the screen, like choose your dynasty or whatever, and you're running through the family line and making choices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It seems like something you'd probably like. I don't know, like potentially.
Yeah. I think it's like a life sim of like medieval times. So.
Yeah. Then we got another remake here, but they've been showing this one for ever since they've been doing these showcases. So Gothic 1 got another trailer. Gothic 1 remake. Demo's out now on consoles. The game comes out early 2026. This is probably the best trailer I think I've seen for it, because I mean, I don't know anything about the Gothic games, to be completely honest. So every time they've shown it and they've leaned heavily on like stuff that I've taken as nostalgia baiting for fans, as someone who knows nothing, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, why am I like, what do I care about this? But I mean, this was an actual game trailer, and I think when it cut to straight after that, they announced Gothic Classic series are coming to consoles next year. So the Gothic 1 Classic, Gothic 2 Classic Complete, Gothic 3 Classic. When they showed that and a lot of the footage that was in the start for Gothic 1, they'd shown similar scenes in the trailer just before for Gothic 1 remake. So I got to see the you get to see the side by side sort of comparison. I was like, yeah, this is quite an upgrade. You know, they're keeping the core part that I assume people like in there, so it's cool. Then we got a new trailer for Reanimal, which looks fucking bonkers, and I'm very keen for this. I think people who were excited about this previously, obviously we're getting excited because it's from the people who did Little Nightmares 1 2. I still haven't played either of those games, so like I've no attachment to the developers to get excited for what the game could be. And when they announced it, I was like, that looks cool. Looks like Little Nightmares, I guess. You know, whatever. But this trailer, very creepy, very cool. A lot more action heavy. Just looks a lot more cinematic. The creature designs and I don't know, like the stuff that you see throughout the trailer, it is cool. Very creepy. You're never going to play it, but very cool trailer. So yeah, I would suggest watching the trailer though, because just in the understanding of how it was a very good trailer, I thought. They then cut away. The oddest thing is when you're watching the stream, it's like the trailer hangs on this picture of a boat for a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, waiting for the screen to pop up and say like pre-order now or like some special edition or something, you know, whatever. And then they cut away and they do like one of those little transition screens they do, a lot of showcases do now, and they were doing one in this where it's like showing like the THQ logo building or some shit like that. And then it comes back to the same screen and then shows the collector's edition. I'm like, why wouldn't you just put that at the end of the trailer? But whatever. I had the separate trailer for the collector's edition, so good for them.
So you can get a pig statue.
Yep.
Which it looks like his intestines are like coming out of the bottom of its body. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Put that on your put that next to my baby in a bottle, you know?
Put that on your coffee table.
Yeah. It's a cool collector's edition.
Set the mood.
I'm not going to get it because I've no real. I mean, I can play the game, but I'm not. But yeah, it's good. I think in the realm of collector's editions, it's got two statues. It's got a pig statue and a bucket boy statue
for $330.
Better fucking have two statues for $330. You know what I mean? Like, let's not fuck around here. Then they got a trailer for Fate Keeper. This is a new game that was announced. It's coming from a new studio which is called Grimlaw Games, which are a bunch of developers that were known for making the Spellforce series, which again I know nothing about. However, doing a quick Google and reading the comment section, people were like, "Oh my god, this looks like." I put the same fucking trailer in here. I have to fix that. Hey, but they it's basically like, I don't know, it looked like first person Skyrim sort of, like, to me it looked like just another open world fantasy RPG thing. But people in the comment section watching that I saw reacting were like, "Oh my god, this looks like this or this." I'm like, I have no idea what you people are talking about. But good for you. I'm glad that there's something to get excited about. And then they ended the showcase with the reveal that Darksiders 4 is finally a real game. Of the last THQ Nordic Showcase ended with just like a little teaser that was like, Darksiders, a game is happening. No context of what the next one would be or what the plans are or anything like that. And then a year, we haven't heard anything. And now, officially Darksiders 4. The teaser is absolute teasery because all it is, and this is the craziest thing to me, is that the teaser trailer is literally just the lines of dialogue that ended the first game, but like redone. And that game came out in 2010. That's how long. And it's sort of funny to me, just this whole franchise and the fact it somehow keeps kicking on is quite funny. And a testament, I guess, to people. But the first game, for people who don't know, Darksiders 1 ends with War basically being told he's fucked and he won't be able to escape what's coming for him because he like sided, he turned against the hell or what, I can't remember the full story or whatever. He did what he was thought was right, sort of thing. And then it ends with this whole thing where he's like, the character goes, "You won't be able to escape. You're all on your own." And he just goes, "No, not alone." And in the background of the first game, you see dropping from the sky the three other horsemen. And that was the teaser. Then the credits start playing. And then in the years since, they're like Darksiders 2, Player's Death, runs concurrently to the first game. Cool. Darksiders 3, which I never actually played. So I don't really know the story. But Player's
Fury.
Fury. Again, set before the events of Darksiders 1. And then Darksiders Genesis, which was I did play, which was cool. It was a like you could play it in co-op, but it was like an isometric action game to shoot, like twin stick shooter sort of thing. That one you played as Strife or War, and was again set before the first game. It has taken all this time to get to finally Darksiders 4, where they're now finally saying, "Yeah, remember that cliffhanger from 2010?
Yeah, we're gonna follow through on it finally."
Fucking hell. Crazy. It's one of those video game stories where you're like, man, I can't believe that.
Well, they kind of, maybe they wrote themselves as a corner, like, yeah. Oh no.
Well, no, apparently that was the plan the whole time. They were like, we'll end the first game on a cliffhanger, and then they wanted to do one game introducing each of the other ones, horsemen, and then come back to it. But I think, obviously, it took a lot longer, and part of that was just because the games didn't sell as well as people hoped. Then, obviously, THQ defunct. Then THQ Nordic comes in, like picks up the IP again, and then they start again. But if you look, it's like THQ. Darksiders 1 came out, and then Darksiders 2 came out 2 years later, and then there was like 7 years till Darksiders 3. You know, and then
Darksiders 3 came out in 2018, and Genesis came out in 2019. So
so they've been on a bit more there, but that the I think the THQ defunctness and the 7-year gap sort of has made this whole plan seem so much more elongated than anyone initially thought would be the plan. But I mean, that's pretty cool.
Hopefully, it comes off cotton.
Yeah. You haven't played any of these, have you?
No.
I remember sitting at home. I remember where I was when I finished the first game and thinking, like, that's a fucking badass ending to a video game, and it is, and it still is. Like, if you like within context, it's a pretty badass way to end the game. I remember being so excited. I remember talking to friends who had finished at the time, being like, "Oh man, can't wait till they
pay this off."
Yeah, till they pay this off. I don't know any of those people anymore.
Darksiders 2 in 2 years, like, yeah,
crazy. Yeah. So, keen to find out what Darksiders 4 will actually be. Presumably, and it would make sense.
Another prequel.
Not fucking imagine. Fucking imagine.
It's all about how the Force Horsemen were recruited.
That is terrible.
The first mission together.
No. Hopefully, it'll be a co-op game of some sort. That would make the most sense. Where you could pick.
I mean, like 4-player four-player co-op.
Yeah.
Same time, taking out big bads.
Yeah. I mean, they've built the basis of every character now, apart from Strife, I guess, because Strife, like the other 3 characters, were within the same sort of gameplay
within the
style.
mainline games, yeah.
But Strife didn't have that, so yeah. All right, next showcase, Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. I thought this was fine, nothing super great. I do think the THQ one was better just because there's a couple games in there that surprised me, like the side-scrolling one and then the Darksiders.
You didn't see some surprises here?
There's some surprises, but nothing that got me excited. Like,
okay.
Truly, I'm shocked. That's different. That's exciting. That voiceover in that trailer, man. I know what it is. All right, run through it. So we start with the review announcement. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. Got announced. This is a new Monster Hunter 3. This is Monster Hunter Stories 3 game. Obviously, the more story-heavy focused one. Look cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm sure, like, unlike the other games, it'll actually run well on the Switch too. So
on the Switch too, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that going for it. Once Upon a Katamari was announced. A new Katamari game. I can't keep up with these games. I feel like we've had several in last year, but they were all like remakes and stuff, I think. So I don't know. Whatever.
Yep.
Just Dance 2026 was announced. Comes out October 14th. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero got a trailer. Comes out November 14th. Then we got the reveal of, even though this was leaked a couple weeks ago, Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. It's coming out October 23. This is a HD remaster of the original Plants vs. Zombies game. Some new things you can play in co-op. You can play in a PvP mode. All these are local though. There's no online, which is the disappointing part. But the PvP mode, one player plays as zombies, one player plays as the plants. That's cool. So I'm keen to play this. I played a lot of the first game, so I'm happy to go. Let's go play some more. It's $30 on the. I looked on Steam and the eShop and all that, so it's not like it's overpriced or anything.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah. EA Sports FC 26 got a trailer. Comes out September 26th. It's coming to Nintendo Switch 2. There was a lot of games in this where it's, again, with you got to take it with if you're watching this as someone who has multiple consoles, you're like, why is this? Like, who really cares? But then a lot of these are just confirmation or the first time a lot of games are coming to Switch, which as we get to the back end of the showcase, there's a few of those. Pac-Man World 2 Repack was announced. This is, I think, just like they already did the first game as a remaster, I think, and this is the second one, I think, and something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What a Pac-Man 3D platformer. Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles got a trailer. Still keen for that. They confirmed fully voiced characters. Showed a couple lines of dialogue. Persona 3 Reload is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, October 23rd, so Switch fans can finally enjoy that game. Of course, this is already out on everything else, I think. It's on, or was it just Xbox and PC and not Play? It must have been PlayStation as well, actually. But it's already out, so it's coming to the Switch. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment got a new trailer. They have a little line of voiceover in this that confirms, this is basically canon. It's telling the story of
set before Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, set before Tears of the Kingdom, what Zelda doing and stuff like that. So it's cool to see that they're in the spin-off games like this now. They're doing things that tie into the overall story, world of Hyrule, rather than just pick a character and whack a stick, basically, in the other ones. EA Sports, Madden, NFL 26 coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Then we got a trailer for Chillin' by the Fire, which was a game. You build fires in this game, roast marshmallows, but I think the whole purpose of this game is really it's meant to be like a social thing because you can hook up your Nintendo Switch 2 cameras and then you can all look at each other in little circles sitting around a fire. Cool. Apex Legends is getting a update on Nintendo Switch 2 of enhanced resolution and smoother performance. It's launching on August 5th in time for the next season, which is called Showdown. So that's cool. Hopefully it'll run at 60 now. At least. Hella was announced. So this is a game in which you play as a mouse who has a frog for a backpack. Look cute. I don't understand the backpack thing, but
yep.
that's my feelings.
It looks like a very weird, 3D platformer.
Yeah. It's done that whole thing where I'm like, it's not stylized art. They've chosen to set it in like a realistic looking
kind of realistic
world, and it's sort of off-putting because of that.
But the world, it looks huge. Is the thing,
They're around a lot of places. They're traveling outside, inside the house, and in the forest. They're fucking traveling down, looking at a moose. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
It's coming out 2026, Switch 2 exclusive. So, Star Wars Outlaws is coming to Nintendo Switch. Again, I think this was a big one.
2.
Sorry, what? Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2. Sorry, exclusive. I think this is a big one because it's just the whole, hey, this game wasn't on Switch 1. It's a big game, big open world game. It's coming to Switch 2. It'll, if it plays well, again, for people who only get Nintendo consoles, they get to play games like this now. Get to play them, and they run well, hopefully. So, similar to that, Chronos: The New Dawn got a new trailer here. It actually announced a release date, which is September 4th, which we didn't have before. Of course, this is coming to other consoles and PC as well. But again, you would never see a Bloober Team game launching day and date with Nintendo previously. So cool. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 are both coming to Nintendo Switch 2 on November 13th. So these are the prequel games. So that'll mean three Yakuza games are now on We then had a montage reel showing off some stuff. Goodnight Universe, which is the new game. Actually, they didn't have the fucking. I need to update this because they didn't have the trailer uploaded when I put together the article, but they fixed it since then. But this is a new game from the developer Before Your Eyes, which was cool, where you could play it where it tracks your eye while playing it and like uses eye tracking technology, and you basically play the game hands free nearly. But they're doing the same sort of thing with this game where you play as a baby who basically has telekinetic powers. So looks cool. NBA Bounce comes out September 26th. Hello Kitty Island Adventure Wheat Flower Wonderlanders DLC coming out February 2026. Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven out now. And Shinobi Art of Vengeance comes out August 29th, of course. Borderlands 4 or October 3rd. They'd already announced that, but yeah, it's in the little hype reel here. And then we ended the showcase with 2 new Square Enix games. The first was The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennial Tales, a HD 2D action RPG game where you play as Elliot, who's joined by Fairy, and he goes on an adventure outside of his magically protected town, basically, to discover the world.
Something to save the world.
Something to save the world. Yeah. One of those sorts of games. This looked cool. This looked different. It's from the developers of Octopath, which we'll get to in a second as well.
Well, I mean, it's a 2D action RPG, which I feel like Square Enix hasn't done in a while.
No.
With their pixel art style, that looks very cool. Reminiscent of,
Well, it looks like
those games, yeah.
It looks like Octopath Traveler and it looks like Bravely Default because it's the same developers. So they just kept the same sort of art style or triangle strategy. Like it's the same sort of art style, but
it's just the combat's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but just calling it Elliot is
it's such a like mundane
the
sort
Adventures
of name.
of Elliot.
Yeah. Maybe in Japan,
maybe in Japan it sounds cool.
Yeah. Elliot.
There's some Millennium Tales, not the Millennial Tales.
Oh, yeah, just fair. I thought yeah.
Millennial Tales would be a way more boring game.
Maybe I'm just like autocorrecting. I'm like Elliot boring, Millennial Tales boring, whatever. Elliot and his Millennial Tales.
I can't afford a house.
That's a completely different game. Yeah. And then the last reveal is Octopath Traveler 0. Which is it's a prequel, I guess, but I don't think the games really connect to each other. But the big thing of this one is, actually, I want to confirm this. I did do a separate thing, but you off the top of my head, in this one you create your own character instead of like having a pre-built one.
Like multiple.
Yeah. Well, no, there's still gonna be multiple, but the character you start the game as will be created by you. But then you'll also, I think it was like 8. There's 30 characters. There's 30 characters in the game you can recruit, and 8 characters in your party at once. And you'll be able to have a front and back line. So there's a lot of characters in this game. And putting them in different positions will obviously better and worse for like you put your mages in the back and your knights or whatever in the front and stuff like that. So, but the rest of it's still the same sort of system that the Octopath games have come to be beloved for. And that comes out December 4th this year. So
crazy.
Cool. Yeah. And that was the Nintendo Direct. Okie dokie. 2 other news stories. Tidbits for this week. The first thing was Battlefield 6 got its multiplayer reveal event thing that happened in LA, I think. Nonetheless, it looks like Battlefield. It looks pretty cool. I think much like a lot of other people, and if you look at the YouTube comments, it's a bunch of people more or less saying, this looks really good. Please don't let this turn bad. Or like some variation of like, I'm getting my hopes up again, ready to be fucked over though. Like, so Battlefield fans are hopeful on this one based on the comments, but yeah, haven't been. The fan base has been scorned over recent years for what they want or what fans want versus what the Battlefield studios have been trying to do. Their own game has not always equaled up the same thing. So, but this looks like sort of, to me, more classic Battlefield, which is the returning straight to classes. Previous games, they got rid of classes and stuff, and they were trying to go for more of the Call of Duty line of making games.
Everybody's the same.
Yeah, everybody's the same. This is more, you pick your medic, you throw out your med packs and stuff like that. Your engineer class can repair vehicles, and everyone's got to play their role and stuff like that, which is always one of my favorite parts of the series, because you picked a class and you knew your job. What your job is. Destruction seems to be returning heavily in this. You get to see buildings blowing up, buildings falling on people. At some point in the trailer, someone uses a massive hammer to go through the floor of a building and then shoot the fuck out of everyone down there. There is just shit blowing up left, right, and center in this trailer, and stuff falling everywhere. Which, yeah, I mean, obviously moment-to-moment gameplay isn't going to be as tense as that, but if you can enter a firefight and have it be any bit as epic as a lot of the parts of this trailer, then cool is what I say to that. So what do you make of the Battlefield multiplayer?
I mean, it looks good, but whether in execution it actually happened, I don't know. Obviously it looks really great cut together in a trailer, but I'm sure we all want to see more extensive uncut gameplay to see how hectic it's going to be, how destructive it actually is, what the map's like, what are the objectives, all that kind of stuff. So, but it seems like they put a lot of time and effort into this, and kind of the setting is kind of what I feel like is going to set it apart. Obviously, it seems like it's a lot of more residential or dense locations, which could be good or bad depending on
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to go in every single one of those buildings in that around Manhattan? Or is every single door magically locked and indestructible?
Blow it up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, they announced 9 launch maps, and I mean, even from the titles, they all sound like a lot. It's not all of them, but Liberation Peak could be anything. But Empire State, New Sawbeck City, Manhattan Bridge, Saints Quarter, Siege of Carrier, they're all sound, and I mean, if you look at the picture, they're all heavy, dense, residential and city locations. Yeah. They've announced that the returning modes that everyone cares the most about. So you'll get Conquest, Rush, Breakthrough, as well as a new mode called Escalation, which I do feel like I need to play or read more about to fully understand how it's too much different to Conquest, because it's just 2 teams fight to capture a strategic point. But must have a twist on it. I need to find out more. And then they've also got the close quarters ones, which are Team Deathmatch, Domination Squad Deathmatch, and King of the Hill, all coming back. Now, the other thing they talked about in the event and stuff after is that it'll have kinetic something. Where the fuck is it? Kinetic combat, which to me, they talk about being able to revive and drag people at the same time and all these sorts of different movements and stuff in it. I'm to me so far, and I could be wrong, but to me, what they're talking about so far just sounds they're similar to the Omni movement thing that Call of Duty Black Ops introduced last year, where you could do more things at the same time, and spin around 360, or you could go fully prone and move at the same time. I don't know. It sounds like they're just building upon it and stuff like that. So, nonetheless, open beta happens soon, so you'll be able to try out the game August. Where did it go? Am I fucking blind? No. Hold on.
Next week.
Next weekend, yeah.
This week.
So it's this weekend, August 9th to 11th, and then 14th to 18th as well the next weekend. You'll be able to jump into it. They're doing it. I can't remember the details. I didn't even bother writing them down, but they're also doing a thing where if you watch Battlefield creators, you can get in early, a couple days early.
Yeah.
So
they'll send you some keys or whatever.
Yeah. So cool. And finally, the PAX Oz 2025 Indie Showcase winners have all been announced for this year. So quick run through of the games that you can check out at the show this year, with more to come on all of them, including, of course, when we go to PAX. That's where you'll see them. So 6 video games, 6 board games. The 6 video games are Lunars, comes from Anubis Art. It is a party game, or description says a chaotic party game where plushy zodiac animals go head-to-head in rapid-fire minigames and unpredictable board events. Designed for up to 8 players, Lunars keeps the action fast and fun with no player eliminations and loads of customizable cosmetics. It's a wild multiplayer mashup that blends the spirit of Mario Party with the mayhem of party animals. That's set to release Q3 2025 on PC. Looks cool. Of course, check out explosion.com or, links to got all the trailers here you can check out. Then we got Doggy Don't Care, which has been shown in a couple showcases at this point, I think, over the last year. Comes from Rotub Games. A cheeky action-adventure platformer that lets players unleash adorable chaos as a mischievous dog on the loose. Explore vibrant environments, smash objects, collect goodies, and complete fun-filled tasks in the approval of your feathered friends. With a wagging tail and a nose for mischief, players can dig up mischievous badges and create their own tail-wagging tales. It's sure to be a positively unforgettable day. It doesn't have a release date currently, but continues to look cool.
Yep.
Memories Reach by 100 Stones is a first-person puzzle adventure that blends Metroidvania exploration with mind-bending logic set in the towering ruins of a lost alien civilization. Players will solve holographic, environmental, and layered meta puzzles to unlock powerful abilities and access new areas. From floating cities to orbitable space stations, every corner hides secrets, and solving them is the only way to uncover the truth behind the Marish legacy. No release date for that one yet either, but it recently had a Steam Next Fest demo, which I don't think is available soon, or maybe it's still up, who knows. Then we got Trivia Deal, which is from Affluent Pixel. The world's first trivia roguelike, a tactical deck builder where quick thinking and smart play are key to survival. Answer questions across shifting categories, use lifelines strategically, and clear columns before the Rainbow Reaper catches up. With permanent progression and run-to-run randomness, no two games play the same in this brainy battle of wits. The game's set to come out in 2025 at some point to PC. Then we have Proximate from Kane Maddox, a dread-fueled narrative horror game set in the depths of a derelict deep-sea laboratory. Armed with only bare-bones image recognition visors, players must rely on proximity data, text prompts, and audio cues to piece together what happened to the vanished research team. With limited visibility and failing tech, every step is a leap of faith, and every clue brings you closer to the truth you may wish you'd never found. This one is out already, is on PC, released in November 2024, so you can head over there, check it out if you would like on their stems. And then the last video game is also out on Steam already, so you can check it out. Drift City Kings from Nonsense Machine, a genre-smashing RPG adventure that blends racing, life sim, and punk energy in a vibrant 2D world inspired by near-future Melbourne. From humble coffee office worker to underground racing legend, players will climb the ranks of Drift City's chaotic streets, forging rivalries, customizing rides, and building their reputation one ride at a time. Out of those 6, which one or two stands out the most to you? What do you miss?
I like the trivia deal. I think that's a cool concept, and who doesn't like trivia? Finally something could use your brains instead of your reflexes. That sounds pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, Lunars look like it'll be a lot of fun to play with a bunch of people. If you don't have a Nintendo Switch for Mario Party,
even if you do, maybe this is better.
Maybe you do. Yeah,
so
it could be. So yeah,
they've got online. So most of those Mario.
I mean,
Party
they all
games.
look. It's a nice mix of games this year. So
indeed.
Last year they had a cat game. This year they got a dog game.
Seems fair. Got to keep it even. You don't want to upset the animal world,
Yeah.
Got to think about these things when you're designing indie showcases.
Yep.
And I won't read the full descriptions for all these, but the board game. So Conquest for the Capital, which is a strategic war game. We got which is set to launch in October. Then we've got Coffee Up, which is a pocket-sized co-op memory game for 2 to 5 players. Very cute art style on this one. It is up for purchase now. Then we've got Cartograph Atlas Edition. This is a GM-less map-making RPG focusing on journaling and world building. It looks intense. I looked on the website. Yeah, I looked on the website and I'm like, how big is that book? Like, you know, what the fuck? So for the hardcore people,
RPG nerds,
go for gold. Panda Party Game, which is just a great title, I think. This says it's a fast-paced pick-up and play card game with where adorable pandas throw wild pizza-fueled parties. So yes. Tell me more. The game's out now. Then we got Potion Society as the last one. It's a competitive card game for 2 to 4 players where potion crafting is king. And that was set to launch Q3 2025. So probably out around the same time as PAX, I would assume. But you can download the rulebook now if you want to learn how to be better at it before your friends.
So you can learn all the rules and then swindle people.
Yeah, and just be like,
hustle people.
I know the rules, bro. I know the rules, yeah. Just
like, I don't know how to play this game.
I bet you $10 though. Let's see who comes out on top.
Yeah. Let's put some money on this.
Put some money down. Put your money where you're talking. Yeah. And then just finally shout out. So Jacob posted a review for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 this week on the website. Gave it an 8 out of 10. Scroll down the bottom. I should have done that before. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 has been a total blast to play, showcasing what can be achieved when a lot of heart and focus goes into making a game. The music, fantastic, sound effects are spot on. Most of the levels are laid out nearly perfectly, bringing back all those good memories from my younger days. So, I mean, everyone liked the first set. This is the second set. I'm still keen to play some of it, dive into it at some point. So, you know, it's just there's nostalgia barriers, you know. So that's all it is. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Feel free to let us know anything you have thoughts about of things that were discussed on said video game podcast. Words. You can do all that by following us on different social medias and platforms at Explosion Network or at Explosion Pod. And you can check out the website, explosionnetwork.com, where all the articles I was reading from today, including all those PAX Indie Showcase games with the trailers and all the trailer recaps and whatever else. They're all over there. You should check it out. It's a great time. You can support us, explosionnetwork.com/support. Takes you to our Ko-fi page. And until next week, same time, same couch. Goodbye.